Good morning students. In this class we are going to start a new chapter of your class 11 physics, which is mechanical properties of fluids. Before this chapter we have already discussed mechanical properties of solids, and now in this chapter we will be discussing the mechanical properties of fluids. So the term here that we have is fluid. So what do we mean by fluid? कोई भी ऐसी चीज जो फ्लो कर सकती है from one level to another is called as a fluid. And one important property of fluid is that it occupies the shape of the container in which it is placed. So there are two important things about fluid. First one is that it flows from one level to another, and the second one is that it occupies the shape of the container in which it is placed. So following this definition we can easily say that water is a fluid. In fact, any liquid is a fluid, right? And following this definition, we can also say that gas is also a fluid. Why? Because it flows from one level to another and it occupies the shape of the container in which it is placed. So both liquids and gases are fluids. Now the first heading that we have to study under this chapter is pressure at a point in a liquid. Please write down this heading. Pressure at a point in a liquid. So this is the first main heading that we have to study. But before that, I want to know from you, what do you mean by pressure? You must have studied in your lower classes that pressure is force upon area. The force exerted per unit area is called as pressure. And if we make this definition more correct, then we should say that the pressure exerted perpendicular to the area is called as pressure. Force exerted perpendicularly to the area is called as pressure. For example, this is some area, right? For example, this is some area, right? And now if we exert a force perpendicular to this area, F is the force that is being applied and then A is the area of this surface, right? So the pressure exerted will be F upon A. This is the average pressure that is exerted on this area, and this force we can see is perpendicular. And now suppose there is another surface whose area is say A, and we are exerting the force F but not in the perpendicular direction, and this time we will exert the force making some angle theta with the horizontal. So let's say this is the force we are applying on this area and it makes an angle of theta with the horizontal. So now this time pressure exerted on this area won't be F upon A. It will not be equal to F upon A, rather it will be equal to the perpendicular component of the force on this area, right, upon the value of area. In this case, this will be the pressure exerted on this area, right? So now, if we make the components of this force, we will have one component in the horizontal direction, one component in the vertical direction, and if this angle is theta, then this angle is also theta, and then this component of force becomes F cos theta, right? And this component becomes F sin theta. So here the perpendicular component of the force is equal to F sin theta, right? This is the component of force which is parallel to the area, and this is the force which is perpendicular to the area. So this time pressure will be equal to F sin theta on A. So these are the basics about pressure which you must know, right? And if we talk about the unit of pressure, then the unit of pressure is Pascal, right? So these are few basic things that you should know about pressure. And can you tell me whether pressure is a scalar quantity or a vector quantity? Here force is a vector quantity, area is a vector quantity, so pressure might also be the vector quantity, but no, pressure is a scalar quantity. So that is an important thing that you must note, that although force and area both are vector quantity here, right, but pressure is a scalar quantity. Alright, so now let us discuss pressure at a point in a liquid. Let me raise this. Now we want to measure the pressure at any point in a liquid. Suppose this is a figure or a tumbler, whatever, okay, and there is some liquid filled in it, right? There is some liquid filled in it. Now I want to calculate the pressure at this point. So how do we calculate the pressure at this point? Till now we know how to calculate the pressure on an area. If some area is given, the force is exerted on it perpendicularly, and the perpendicular component of the force divided by the area becomes the average pressure exerted on that area. Now we want to calculate the pressure at this point. So how do we calculate it? To calculate the pressure at this point, what we will do, we will imaginarily consider some area, right? Suppose I am considering this area, right? This is the area which is containing this point. One important property of liquid that you should remember is that if you immerse any object in liquid, suppose this is some liquid, and if you immerse any object in it, for example, like this, then liquid always exerts force perpendicular to the surface of that object. For example, force will be exerted like this. Okay. Suppose there is a rectangular block, then force on its surface will be exerted like this. Okay. It will not happen that it is making any angle with the area of that object. So this is not possible. So any liquid exerts pressure on any object perpendicular to it. So this is one important thing that you should remember. So now we want to calculate the pressure at this point. The pressure at this point, to calculate the pressure at this point, what we are doing is we are considering one area which is imaginary, right? Now suppose the force exerted on this complete area, say it is equal to A, the area is equal to A, and force exerted is F. Now the pressure exerted will be equal to P is equal to F upon A. Okay? Now this pressure is not equal to the pressure exerted on this point. Actually it is the pressure which is exerted on the entire area. So that is an important thing. So now what we do, to calculate the pressure at this point, what we do is we shrink the area of this surface. We keep on shrinking this area, right? And when the area tends to 0, it contains only the point. And at that instant or at that moment, the pressure exerted, the value of the pressure will be equal to the pressure exerted at this point. So pressure at point, we define it as limit A tending to 0. When the area tends to 0, it will contain only the point, right? So limit A tending to 0. This is the pressure exerted at a point in a liquid. I hope it's clear to you, right? So now let's move on our next heading. Now we want to see the variation of pressure in a liquid at a point, right? So please write down the heading as variation of pressure in liquid, right? Now again, let's say there is one tumbler or a tub, okay, and some liquid is filled in it. And let's say the density of this liquid is rho. ठीक है, density of this liquid is rho. Now suppose we want to see how the pressure varies at a point in this liquid. So what we should do, दो points consider करते हैं. ठीक है, let's say this is one point A and let's say this is one point B. Now we want to see what is the pressure difference between these two points. So वही हमारा तरीका प्रेशर मेजर करना है, तो फिर हमें एरिया चाहिए होगा. So let's consider some area. I am drawing this circular area, and similarly I am drawing this circle of radius r. Both are of radius r, and let's connect these two. So मतलब हमने एक imaginary cylinder consider कर लिया, and the upper base of it contains point A, and the lower base of it contains point B, right? So अब हमारे पास ये एक सिलेंडर हो गया, वाटर का सिलेंडर है, इमेजिनरी सिलेंडर है. ठीक है, सो नाउ देयर आर टू सिस्टम्स विद अस. हम एक तो इसे सिस्टम कंसीडर करेंगे, दिस इमेजिनरी सिलेंडर ऑफ वाटर इज कंसीडर्ड एज वन सिस्टम एंड द रेस्ट ऑफ द फ्लूइड और द लिक्विड इज कंसीडर्ड एज अनदर सिस्टम. ठीक है, सो नाउ लेट्स सी व्हाट आर द फोर्सेस बीइंग एक्सर्टेड ऑन दिस सिलेंडर. ठीक है, दिस इज द एरिया, द फोर्स or the liquid always exerts the force in the perpendicular direction. So let's say this is the force exerted by the liquid on this area, which is equal to Fa. ठीक है, and similarly let's say the force exerted by the liquid on this area is Fb. ठीक है, ये दो चीजें होंगी. Now we are considering this cylinder as one system. And because it has some mass, so force of gravity will also act. So one force from its center of gravity will act downwards, which is equal to mg, where m is the mass of this cylinder. ठीक है, so these are the three forces that will be acting on this cylinder, right? Now because everything is at rest, so all the forces on it must be balanced. ये बात तो है, because सब कुछ रुका हुआ है, रेस्ट पे है, so all the forces on it will be balanced. So हम क्या करते हैं, बैलेंस करते हैं forces को. ठीक है, so let us balance the forces. These two are in the downward direction and this is the upward direction. So we will write Fa plus mg is equal to Fb, right? ये चीज हो गई हमारे पास. Now can you tell me the mass of this cylinder? ठीक है, हम मास सिलेंडर का जो मास है वो जानना चाहते हैं. Suppose the height or the distance between these two points is h. So the height of the cylinder becomes h, right? And let's say the radius of this cylinder is r. ठीक है, ये लिख दे रहा हूं मैं. The radius of this cylinder is r. So we have got the height of the cylinder and this is the radius of the cylinder, and the distance between these two points is h, right? So the volume of the cylinder क्या हो जाएगी? The volume of the cylinder becomes pi r square h. Pi r square h. I hope this is clear to you. The volume of the cylinder will be equal to pi r square h. And because this cylinder is made up of water, so the density of the mass that is contained in this cylinder will be equal to rho. जो liquid की density है वही इसके mass की density भी हो जाएगी. So we have got density is equal to rho, right? Now we know one relation which is density is equal to mass upon volume. हम सबने पढ़ रखा है अपनी छोटी क्लासेस में. Density is equal to mass upon volume. So mass is equal to density into volume. ठीक है, तो mass क्या हो जाएगा, density into volume, इन दोनों को मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे. So it will be equal to pi r square h rho. This is the mass of the cylinder. So we can put the value of mass here. We can write this equation as Fb minus Fa is equal to mg. Now I am putting the value of n from there. Fb minus Fa is equal to pi ये क्वेश्चन सबको समझ आ रही है? आई होप दिस इज क्लियर टू यू, राइट? तो हमें क्या चाहिए? हमें तो प्रेशर चाहिए, ठीक है? सो प्रेशर कैलकुलेट करने के लिए हम क्या करते हैं? वी डिवाइड दिस होल इक्वेशन बाय पाई आर स्क्वायर। पाई आर स्क्वायर से डिवाइड कर देते हैं दोनों साइड्स को, तो हमारे पास ये चीज आ जाएगी, ठीक है? नाउ फोर्स अपॉन पाई आर स्क्वायर इज व्हाट? द एरिया, राइट? सो फोर्स exerted at point B upon pi r square will be equal to the force exerted, it will be equal to the pressure exerted at that point, ठीक है? तो we can write it as PB minus similarly force exerted at point A upon pi r square, and this will be equal to force exerted, pressure exerted at point A, right? And यहाँ से pi r square cancel हो जाएगा, so we will have rho h g. Now this is one important relation that you should keep in your mind. So you can see PB minus PA is equal to rho hg. यहाँ पे h क्या है? The difference between the distance, the vertical distance between these 2 points A and B. Now from this relation we can infer that pressure exerted at point B is greater than pressure exerted at point A by rho hg. That means pressure at this point will be greater than pressure at this point, and the pressure at this point will be greater by how much? The pressure at this point plus rho hg, where h is the vertical distance between these 2 points. I hope I am clear to you. So यहाँ से हम एक चीज ये भी बोल सकते हैं कि हम जितना लिक्विड के डीपर जाएंगे प्रेशर बढ़ता चला जाएगा, राइट? आई होप दिस इज क्लियर टू यू. सो ये चीज आप अच्छे से नोट कर लीजिए, ठीक है? एंड नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू इरेज दिस. सो हमें पता चल गया अभी तक कि PB minus PA is equal to rho hg. This is how the pressure varies in liquid vertically, ठीक है? If you go deep down the liquid or if you like this, ठीक है? So हमें ये चीज पता चल गई है. Now what we want to do is, suppose let me correct this diagram, ठीक है? I am going to erase this and draw it once again. So suppose फिर से हमने अपना टंगलर बना लिया है, ठीक है? यहाँ पे इसमें कुछ लिक्विड है, ठीक है? So now अगर हम अब एक पॉइंट कंसीडर करें on the surface of the liquid, ये पॉइंट है on the surface of the liquid. Now can you tell me the pressure at this point? The pressure at this point will be equal to the atmospheric pressure, because this point is just above the surface of the water or the liquid, so there will be no pressure exerted due to the liquid on this point, ठीक है? So at this point the pressure will be equal to the atmospheric pressure. Suppose this is point A and the pressure at this point is equal to atmospheric pressure. Let's denote it by P naught, ठीक है? Now we take another point B inside the liquid which is vertically down below it, ठीक है? तो यहाँ पे हमने एक point B लिया and this point is located at a depth h from the surface or point A, right? So अब हम क्या बोल सकते हैं कि pressure at point B कितना होगा? हम इस relation को use कर सकते हैं. So pressure at point B हम calculate करना चाहते हैं minus pressure at point A which is P naught equal to the atmospheric pressure is equal to rho hg, ठीक है? So therefore pressure at point B is equal to P naught plus rho hg. Now this is another important relation that you must remember, ठीक है? P naught is the atmospheric pressure. You should write it down separately, where P naught is equal to atmospheric pressure, rho is the density of the liquid, h is the depth, and g is the gravity, ठीक है? So this is the pressure at point B. I hope this is clear to you. Now let us practice one numerical problem based on this concept, right? So let me give you the numerical problem. This numerical problem is from your NCERT book. The question is, what is the pressure on a swimmer on a swimmer 10 meter below 10 meter below the surface of a lake. So all of you please solve it in your notebooks. Try solving it once and then we will discuss. So now I hope you have solved. Now let's discuss this question. So the question says, what is the pressure on a swimmer 10 meter below the surface of a lake? There is a swimmer swimming in the lake and he is below the 10 meter at the depth of 10 meter from the surface of the lake, and now we want to calculate the pressure on it, right? So अभी हमने एक relation पढ़ी है बहुत important, P is equal to P naught plus rho hg. इस रिलेशन को हम यूज करके स्विमर पे प्रेशर कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. नाउ यू शुड नो सम बेसिक डेटा, राइट? वी वांट टू कैलकुलेट दिस प्रेशर P. P नॉट क्या है यहाँ पे? एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर, और एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर की वैल्यू क्या होती है? 1 atm. 1 atmospheric pressure is 1 atm, which is equal to 1.01 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. So you should write it somewhere separately that 1 atm यानी कि 1 atmospheric pressure is equal to 1.01 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. This is the relation between atm and Pascal, atmospheric pressure and Pascal. So this you should know. So हम क्या कर सकते हैं? 1 atmospheric pressure यानी कि P नॉट की वैल्यू हमें मिल गई 1.01 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. अब यहाँ पे रो क्या है? डेंसिटी ऑफ द लिक्विड. अब लिक्विड क्या है यहाँ पे? वाटर है, ठीक है? तो वाटर की डेंसिटी कितनी होती है? दिस इज आल्सो यू शुड नो. डेंसिटी ऑफ वाटर, प्लीज राइट इट डाउन आल्सो सेपरेटली. यू मस्ट रिमेंबर इट. डेंसिटी ऑफ वाटर एक ऐसा यूनिट है 1000 kg पर मीटर क्यूब. ठीक है? एसआई में जो डेंसिटी होती है वाटर की वो होती है 1000 kg पर मीटर क्यूब. अगर इसे ही हम सीजीएस यूनिट में लिखना चाहें तो इट कैन आल्सो बी रिटन एज 1 ग्राम पर सेंटीमीटर क्यूब. आप चाहो तो कन्वर्जन कर सकते हो अपने आप. केजी की वैल्यू 1000 ग्राम रखोगे, मीटर 100 सेंटीमीटर, एंड यू विल फाइंड दिस रिजल्ट 1 ग्राम पर सेंटीमीटर क्यूब. दिस यू शुड रिमेंबर. सो करना क्या है? P नॉट की वैल्यू डाली 1.01 into 10 to the power 5 पास्कल. रो की वैल्यू हो गई 1000 kg per meter cube. ऐसा यूनिट में हम सॉल्व करेंगे. h क्या है? h is the depth and the swimmer is present at a depth of 10 meter, and g की वैल्यू हम यहाँ पे पुट करेंगे. g की वैल्यू आप 10 यूज कर सकते हो बिकॉज़ सारे वैल्यूज 10 में दिख रहे हैं यहाँ पे, तो हम there will be no problem, right? So please write it down and solve. Can you solve this question yourself? Now this is very easy. I think you can solve it. You have to simply plug the values. Okay, let me do it for you. P is equal to 1.01 into 10 to the power 5 plus rho की वैल्यू 1000 multiply by h is 10 multiply by g की वैल्यू acceleration due to gravity and this is 10, right? So p is equal to 1.01 into 10 to the power 5 plus this is also 10 to the power 5. So कितना हो जाएगा ये हो जाएगा आपका p is equal to 10 to the power 5 कॉमन लेंगे 1.01 plus 1 which is equal to 2.01 into 10 to the power 5 and which is nearly equal to 2 atm. This is your answer, 2 atm. So हम यहाँ से देख सकते हैं कि जब वो सरफेस पे था तो उस पे 1 एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर था, ठीक है, एंड जब वो डेप्थ ऑफ 10 मीटर पे आ गया, जब उसको 10 मीटर फ्रॉम द सरफेस ऑफ वाटर जो है वो नीचे आ गया तो जो प्रेशर है वो जस्ट डबल हो चुका है, यानी कि 100% इंक्रीज आया है प्रेशर के अंदर. सो द प्रेशर हैज बिकम 2 atm. I hope this is clear to you now.